which is Neys Provincial Park. We have a really good campsite again, and we can't wait to show you.
Alright, so we got here around 2:30, checked in. Honestly, the site's pretty nice. For dining tent, everything's pretty much set up, I think. Dining tent, Paige making some sandwiches. We have our tarp and tent over there. And then we have like a little pathway here to the beach, which is nice. We'll try and get some swimming in. Hopefully the water's a little bit warmer than last time. Damn. We are going to be doing a short hike. Or no, we're going to do like take a little. It's a lookout trail, so let's have some fun there. Louder. Me, Mr. Sun, Sun, listening on the sun. We shine down on me, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. I think like one of the coolest parts about our trip so far is how much we're really experiencing the caving shield. Like the entire drive, we're driving through like where they had to like blow up the rock to build the road, and so these massive like cliffs on either side of us, and like now we're literally like walking, like the trail is rock that's coming up, so we have to follow these little blue blazes here. Like it's a short, like 1.6 kilometer hike, but lots of cool little features. So we're sitting at this lookout, and so Neys, and its original form was a prisoner of war camp.
Before it was a provincial park.
Right, in World War II, I think. And so yeah, so because it was so close to the railway, that's why they put it here, because the prisoners, they could just take them via the rail. We have to cross the railroad to get into the park. So there was, I think they said 3 along Lake Superior that were made. But according to the website, there was accounts of like the soldiers saying that they were treated very well here, fed well, fed fresh food,
had recreation activities.
But right over there used to be a camp. There's pictures of it right along there. I believe there's still some remains of it. Like they tore it all down. And I don't know if we can go see it, but we will try if we can. I think the coolest part, or like the best part about the trails we've been doing is like we've seen 2 people. We didn't see anybody on this trail. Like, nobody's here. We're like 10 hours away from home. But I don't know, it's just super cool. And like this trail, like there's a lot more, it wasn't too challenging, but like there's a lot of cool features and I don't know, cool variety. What are we cooking tonight?
So tonight we're having tacos and nachos on the campfire.
We pre-cooked a bunch of ground beef and froze it before. Yeah, and we're just, it's soft shell tacos, and then I'm just getting a fire started, chopping some wood, and we'll warm everything up over the fire, which is nice. Burning schoolhouse technique, best technique for fire. Bang. Look at that.
So it's really cold here. It's about 4 degrees. I'm in 2 sweaters and pants, and Devin's in 1 sweater and shorts, and I have no clue how he's doing it. But we're cooking, or warming up, I should say, our ground beef over the fire to have some nachos and some tacos. We didn't really feel like getting out the stove and the grill tonight, so we're just being real simple.
Beef is cooking. They gave us wet wood again, so we're drying that out. May as well throw that on there. We're gonna get our cheese and our tomato, lettuce, pepper. We'll get some more nachos going.
It's cold. It's not even
tacos. And our nachos are warming up as the smoke goes away. Day 2 at Neys. Day 4 of our trip, I think. This morning for breakfast, we experienced our first goof of the trip. We didn't buy the just add water pancake mix. We don't have milk. We don't really have any eggs left. So this morning, instead, we were having Pop-Tarts with granola and yogurt, and we're going to finish off some of our crave.
This is the trail system at Neys. So we're starting on the dune right now, and then we're going all the way around to Pick Island Overlook, and that's where the group of 7 have an inspired painting from there. So
I think,
be cool too.
yeah, so overall it's like 11 kilometers, but we're excited.
A little tired.
A little bit. It's supposed to be 0 tonight. It's gonna be so cold.
Yeah. What's the date today? 22nd?
So we just talked to some other people at the campgrounds, and they had been to the visitor center before, and like we're able to read some more information about this place. So one of the places we're going today, apparently we'll be able to see old boats, because a lot of the prisoners who were here worked up the river doing logging, which is pretty cool. And we also found out that part of the reason that the camp was built here was not only because it was so remote, because the Trans-Canada Highway wasn't a thing yet, it was just a railway, but it's so sandy under the ground that they didn't think that soldiers could dig themselves out, like dig tunnels. Now apparently there's a story of 5 soldiers who were able to tunnel their way out of here, and they got to a certain town but the mosquitoes were so bad that they tried to turn themselves in. But because everyone was so scared of the Germans, they were all shot. And so they're buried in one of the towns close by, I guess. Mm-hmm. But super interesting. Now it's no beach, but I'm assuming the sand dunes are these little like hilly things. There's all these little like craters everywhere. So I'm assuming those are the sand dunes. Like you would not be able to tunnel through there. But apparently 5 people managed to do it, so they got shot. Paige just brought up the point. I didn't realize like we're coming to this like German war camp. And I'm flying a German flag on my car. Didn't realize that. It's kind of funny though. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So we're just reading this plaque about Neys Camp 100, which is for high-ranking German soldiers. And this star right here. Alright, these rocks form a star. And according to like accounts from past prisoners that have come back and shared their story, there used to be like a flagpole right in the middle that would go high, somewhere in the center of the camp. And here's the camp. So we just found one of the paintings that would have been done over here somewhere. It's pretty cool. So I guess they're saying that like that is over there. It's pretty wild.
They have like the seat where they were facing.
Group of 7.
Yeah.
Alright. For now on, all the trails will connect.
These freaking bugs. So we just finished the Point Trail, and now we're doing the Under the Volcano Trail.
Okay, this is sick. So these boats here are the remains from the prisoner of war. So they would use these boats to go down the river and work for the logging company close by. Super sick. And also this rock that we're on right now, thousands of years ago, was the base of the volcano, which is pretty cool. And so supposedly it takes 5,000 years for the rock to erode 1 centimeter, which is nuts. It's day 14. We've been lost. Just surviving by insects. No, I'm just kidding. We got lost for a little bit. For the Volcano Trail. There's like a self-guided trail that goes like along the coast on the rocks, and then there's like a guided one that goes to the forest. So we did the non-guided one. But there was no sign for us to find the trail again. So we were just kind of walking through forest, trying to find where the trail started again, but we good.
We got it.
We Gucci. This is all trail here. Ready? We are going to have some snack / lunch. But like, look at our lunch spot for today. The water is so blue. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is so blue. I don't know if the audio is gonna work because it's kind of windy, but like, we had cheese and crackers.
Pop-Tart?
Pop-Tart, what?
Goldfish?
Goldfish.
Just tried
And some dried pineapple. That was our lunch. I promise we're on trail. It is just super grown over.
It looks like no one takes it.
Definitely not. Interesting Neys Provincial Park. I like it though. It feels more natural, I guess. I don't think anybody's been on this trail in 7 years. There's a sign right. I don't know if the camera is seeing it, but I don't know. There's a lookout, so I assume we're going up. We either found Easter eggs or a whole lot of something poo. This trail is nuts. It doesn't look like there's a trail, but we're following hiking signs. We're on some sort of trail again. It's promising. This trail is nuts. I don't think I can call it a trail. We're walking in a forest, following some signs. This trail is nuts. We're following something poopy.
Well,
I don't want to say we got lost per se.
we got lost.
Okay, fine. Okay, we definitely got lost. We followed signs the entire way, the same signs, right? And then there's an option, like where those boats were. You have the option of going along the coast, like over the rocks, is what we did, but it's unmarked. Or you go back into the trees and follow like a marked trail. And they both meet up at some point, and then you do the next part of the loop. And so we stayed along the water, but then we couldn't find where it met up, so we just walked into a random forest, found signs, the exact same signs we were following before. And it was part of some trail that all that grown over stuff, I guess, like, it's nowhere on any map.
Like Google Maps didn't even recognize it.
No.
All trails didn't even recognize it as a trail.
We were just walking. It was not even a trail. It was just signs on trees. Like, it was crazy.
Like it was probably, and half of the signs weren't even on the trees. Some were broken off, some were on the ground, some were on fallen over trees. So it might have been an old trail of some sort.
I'm going to find the answer to that question because we were following a trail that no longer exists.
Yeah.
Dinner tonight. Jeez, we had a whole pot going at pasta.
Yep. Hey, master plate.
The pasta was delicious. We had way too much of it, so we're mucking. But let's not forget, it's a chair for sitting. We wanted to reorganize the car, so we just have everything out everywhere. We're prepping food for our backpacking trip. I'm assuming this camera isn't very good and low light, but it's our last night at Neys. Tomorrow we are packing our bags and we're backpacking at Sleeping Giant. But we decided on this last night we have this beach all to ourselves, so we're just sitting here on some driftwood just listening to the waves, waiting for some stars to come out, stargazing for a bit, and then we're going to boil some water and pour it into our Nalgene's, and then putting those in our sleeping bags
To keep
us warm, because I think it's supposed to get down until like 5 tonight, but it's beautiful out here. We got up a little extra early, and we are just packing our bags, our backpacks, for Thunder Bay, because we're just gonna park a car and then hike. I think it's like 13 kilometers the first day, which isn't that bad. Our packs are all set. We're just having some last minute granola and yogurt, maybe some Lucky Charms, but we're set. Bay overall experience at Neys, interesting for sure. It's a nice park. Just don't know where we were. We tried going on that one hike, and then we started following some trail that was not even on any map, but it was still signs and stuff. Anyways, that was an experience and a half, but it's a super cool park. Pretty small, but it was nice. It was a stop along the way. It was part of the journey. Alright, so we just talked to one of the park employees about where the heck we were yesterday. Turns out we were on their old coastal trail that hasn't been used in like 4 or 5 years.
So 7 was pretty close.
But I think we're going to stop here on the way back and do the group of 7 lookout Pick Island thing that I have at home. Anyways, that's a funny story. We're hiking on a trail that doesn't exist. So along the Trans-Canada Highway, there are a ton of like these little rest stops, I guess they're called. And so we decided to pull into this one. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be pretty cool. I couldn't find socks, so I'm doing this trail, which apparently is quite challenging.
I don't know if it's challenging.
In my slides. Let's see how it goes. We made it.
Woo-woo!
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 Definitely a bit of a challenge. We just wanted like a quick thing off the highway to do because we didn't get to do it last time. This is gonna be super cool. We did it. So, I have this picture at my house, and so I really wanted to come and do this hike. I do not think we were this high up, but this is super cool. The island is easier to see when like the water is more visible, but that's super cool. Iconic. How you feeling?
Pretty good. That was a good butt kicker.
Super cool. It's super rewarding. It looks super cool with the fog down there.